Desire to Inspire, yo mama's favorite podcast and the #1 unknown podcast in the world. D-Thack, we have a special guest today.
That we do.
With warm welcomes, everybody welcome to the show, Mr. Nomis Cisic.
Cisic. Come on, dude.
Dude, for the longest time...
4 years of friendship means nothing these days.
For the longest time, I just assumed Nomis was your last name until I started like getting friend requests. I was like, oh, that's his first name. That's wild. I've never met one in my life.
We're going to run that back. Welcome back. Welcome to the show. Nomis Cisic, one of our good buddies. He is a dad. He is a manager in sales. He is a go-getter from the athletic space. He is a part of our DTI community, and we are excited to have you here to tell your story, to talk about it, brother. Welcome to the show.
Happy to be here, man. Glad all the back and forth finally worked out with all the trips all of us had planned. So
it's been like 2 months.
Happy to be here.
Yeah, 2 months, no big deal.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like scheduling with us three was worse than like trying to get our wives to get something on the calendar. Like it was miserable.
That is a fact.
Like, oh, I got Scottsdale. I've got a bachelor party. I've got to run 25,000 miles, Dylan. And there we go.
I think I might be in like the longest or the most busy like 8-week stretch of my life. It's just coming.
Yeah, y'all got a lot going on.
Yeah.
Like when are you getting married? This month.
3
right?
weeks. Yeah.
Oh yeah. So it's gonna get even busier now.
I hope we're like through the busyness, you know?
Just wait. Once you're 2 weeks out, all the details start coming in.
It's happening right now.
That's good.
Today.
Yeah, the best thing about talking to Nomis is that he's been through like the different stages. Like he's been married, he's built a house, so like he always has good insider advice when I need a little talking off the ledge when he doesn't even know I need it.
Yeah, don't do any of it except get married. That part's awesome. Building a house is a challenge.
Dude, I surprised Lo yesterday with a little date night in our house. Her and I went and got sushi dinner, took it to the house, and then we ate in like our living room area of where it's going to be. And it was just so cool. I took a little speaker and we were having dinner there and just like soaking it all in.
Dude, that is awesome. And I'm going to make sure Reagan does not listen to this because I didn't even think that could be a thing that we could do.
I was going to ask if you christened the house, but then I remember her dad listens.
Yeah.
Never mind.
We won't go there. Yeah, so no, I'm excited to have you on here, dude. I want you to tell your story, kind of tell the story of the journey of how you came and joined into the DTI community, the different things that you've accomplished, and kind of like mindset before DTI, during DTI, where life is at right now. But to give a little background and context, Nomis and I met each other probably 7 years ago now in Dallas.
No, it would have been, when did Matt get married? It was right after COVID, and it was at the bachelor party. It was the first time we met.
First time, so 4 or 5 years ago, probably?
Yeah, 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah, so we met through both of our good buddies, Matt. Matt lived in Dallas with me when I was there. I know I talk about the Dallas era of my life a lot on this podcast, but Matthew Melton he's a special individual, special being, means a lot to both of us. But I'm very happy he got married and all of his groomsmen then joined a fantasy league, which brought our groups closer together. So he kind of merged me and John into your guys' friend group unwillingly at first, but I think we fit in and meshed pretty well. And now we do the yearly fantasy trip, which is the draft that I've talked about on here for the last like 3 years. And so that's where Nomis and I got extremely close, and the friendship has kind of just built and manifested over those years, which extremely grateful for.
Yeah, man. It was you guys fit in like a glove. Like that bachelor party, it was like instantly 30 seconds. Like, hey, I'm Freddie. Hey, I'm Nomis. All right, awesome. And that was a different part of our lives. Like I wasn't engaged yet. Like Reagan and I started dating. You didn't even meet Lo yet, I don't think. So
we had known each other, but not dating.
Flowing that trip, and thankfully we are past those days because I hate tequila now, as you know, Freddie.
Yeah,
no straight shots.
Yeah, Nomis is the #1 chugger in the group. He's real good at it.
Awful, absolutely horrendous. But I mean, yeah, like we've known each other that long, and I've kind of seen. It's cool because I've seen your journey of starting DTI, because you were like dabbling a little bit when I first met you. And then just over the years, like at the wedding, like steps were being taken. A year after that, when I visited Dallas, like you had started it a little bit, like you already had the hat. And then from there, it just started like blowing up. So I started seeing both of you on social media. And then, yeah, that's when I reached out, what, year and a half, 2 years ago at this point?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Dylan, what do you think Freddie's first words were when I asked him to help me out?
I'm going to assume that he said you got to pay him, because if not, you're not going to take it seriously.
Along the lines, it was a little more direct. It was like, I don't do this for friends because y'all don't take me seriously. And I was like, listen, man, like I will pay whatever. Just let me do it. And then he goes, okay, this is what we're going to do. I'll load it up. I paid. And it was like, okay, you're going to walk 5,000 steps a day and just lift twice. And I was like, what is this? I was caught. It was like culture shock. I was like, no one's ever told me that. They usually just threw me into the fire with like 5 days lifting and running and whatever. But no, it's been a journey. It was a great start, but I still remember today.
Hell yeah.
And absolutely flying. Bugging you guys every week with my mediocre runs while you guys are going out and blowing them out of the water every week.
No, I actually love that you send them all the time. I tell Freddie all the time, I'm like, I wish everybody would just send it. Like, just let me see it. Don't make me go search for this shit.
Yeah.
I mean, it's one of those, like, if you guys see something or like I felt something weird, like immediate feedback.
Yeah.
Like I don't have to wait for my bi-weekly call with Freddie, or like Dylan for you to look at the run stuff. Like I can just immediately send it in and you guys can give me the feedback on it.
Yeah. Yeah, let's get into that in a little bit, because I want to dive deeper into that and just like your experience within the community, both good, bad, or like the lessons learned. But starting back to a statement that you made in the beginning around people not taking us serious, it was, I think, from all levels, all angles of life, is like people would just constantly like nitpick jokes and things like that. And so I want to harp on that, not to be like, we're still fucking here. But I want to talk about that on outside factor of just like going after like dreams, goals, ambitions in life. Like you have that constant pushback all the time, whether it's your internal circle, your outside circle, or people that don't even know you. And so I want people to realize that like in the beginning, it's always scary. It's always daunting. And you probably won't get the support that you think you're going to get from the people you thought you were going to get it from. But that doesn't mean you to stop going after it. And I think the way that we can tie that conversation into like how we interact on a DTI level, but even a personal level, is like that's the same thing with marriage. That's the same thing with building a house. That's the same thing with your physical fitness. That's the same thing with anything in life. When you first start, you typically have tried in the past and it hasn't worked. But whenever it clicks where you're like, I need to get this going, then you know that you're going to keep being disciplined, dive in, and the next thing you know, it's going to be your identity. And so thinking of it in that context, like before you joined DTI, what did it look like from a physical fitness, mental standpoint for you kind of in life prior to the DTI way, we'll call it? And just going after dreams, goals, ambitions in life?
I mean, yeah. So, I mean, I was rolling out of bed kind of late going in, and like I was successful at work like before I joined DTI. But it got to a point where like energy levels were like honestly super low. Like I'd get home late. I was exhausted. We just lay on the couch, get takeout, do the things, like would play soccer once or twice a week, which I thought at the time was enough. And it really wasn't. Like you play 7v7, it's an hour-long game. You're maybe on the field 30 to 40 minutes. And then playing 11 aside, and like that just got exhausting because I wasn't in shape. So that was really like the extent of my physical activity. And then it would be like sporadic runs here and there when I just felt like going for a jog, and I would just go sprint 3 miles. And I mean, sprint. It was what I felt like was a sprint at the time.
Yep.
And it was like, hey, like, I want to get into this stuff. I want to do it. But I started seeing a lot of people around me, more so get in the endurance space, not necessarily just like physical fitness as a whole, but like my brother-in-law ran a triathlon. He did 2 back-to-back. He had 2 Ironmans. And it was kind of cool seeing him like
real
train
quick
for it. And he said something that stuck with me. My dad asked him, why do you do this shit? And he said, oh, because I know I can and other people can't. And I was like, damn, all right. So that's it's a great mindset to have with that. But I saw him do it with, 2 kids at home. And then his most recent one, when I started really diving into DTI and, getting on a really disciplined regimen, he did it with a newborn in the house. Like, his daughter was born in May and his race was in September, and he didn't miss a workout, and it was really cool to see. And then I have another buddy, Kevin, that just ran like 6 marathons one year, and it was just like every other month, like he was training, going for it, and saw him getting after it, and I was like, damn, I got a little bit of FOMO. I also have another buddy that got like in more of the endurance space that gave me FOMO. My buddy Brandon, like he ran New York, and I was like, that's kind of cool. And before that, he was running halves and other local marathons. So I just felt like I was like, I'm missing something, and I used to be one of the most athletic people of this group of people. Other than Luke and Kevin, they're kind of freaks.
706, baby.
It was like that used to be my life. Right? Like, I used to be the guy that was always in shape. I was always ripped. I would never be outworked. Like, what happened kind of deal. And I realized, like, when we were having a kid, that like life would change. And if I don't get my shit together, like, I'm going to struggle chasing around a toddler in a couple of years. So that was kind of my influence to reach out to you, Freddie, initially. And then now it's like, I can't not like do DTI, otherwise I'll just fall off. Like, I'm going crazy after this minor surgery I had because I can't do anything.
Yeah.
And it's absolutely crushing me, believe it or not, that I can't go for a run today. So I'm like, damn. You guys, like, it really changed me. And like with DTI, what I would say, like, I've told all of our friends in our fantasy group, they're like, oh, dude, you look good. Like, you're looking like fit. Like, you're all over. Like, they see my social media and stuff. And I'm like, I mean, yeah, guys, call Freddie. Like, call Freddie. Like, he got me right and still getting me right. And I'd say, like, now the energy levels that I could give to, like, Reagan, that I can give to my son, like, I'm not exhausted after work. Like, I'm tired, of course, but I feel like I've gotten my responsibilities done in the morning. Like, my schedule's regimen, I mainly work out in the morning. You guys may see some, like, late evening runs after I put the kid down when she's getting him into bed. But it's changed me for the better, I will say. I feel like I've gone on an absolute random tangent of stuff, but long story short, like, the FOMO got me into it, but also, like, me just realizing, like, hey, like, this used to be you, like, why can't it be you in this stage of life? And just getting back into it.
If you know me, then you know I love a good beer, but I also like waking up early to train. That's where Athletic Brewing Company comes into play. Athletic makes award-winning non-alcoholic craft beer that tastes like the real thing because it is the real thing, just without the alcohol. These are for people who train hard, who chase goals, who live active, but still appreciate cracking open something cold at the end of the day. And here's what we love most. Choosing Athletic isn't about removing something, it's about keeping everything that matters. Flavor, ritual, social moments, and still being able to perform tomorrow. So if you want a beer that fits your lifestyle instead of fighting against it, hit up Athletic Brewing Co. and use code Dylan20 for 20% off your first order. Back to the show.
Quick pause to shout out one of the brands we've been repping lately, Optic Nerve. If you spend time running, grinding outside, or just living life in motion, these are the kind of shades that work. Optic Nerve has been around for over 4 decades, building sunglasses that blend real performance and clean style. The polarized lenses deliver 100% UV protection, cut glare, and keep your vision sharp, whether you're hitting a morning run, midday errands, or winding down after. We use this because for us, it's not just about looking good. It's about practicality and comfort. So if you're tired of cheap shades that don't hold up, hit up Optic Nerve. Go to opticnerve.com and grab you a pair today. Use code DTI at checkout and you'll get 20% off. Back to the show. Yeah. You said that it's made you better overall. What are some of those ways that it's made you better, or how has it transitioned your mindset?
Okay, I will quote a girl at work. I walked in 7:30 one morning, and I was like, "Good morning, everybody!" Whoa, and like was like ripping like what we needed to do for the day, and she looks at me like dead tired and goes, "What the hell did you take this morning?" And I was like, "Just a quick 5-miler. It's all good." Like, energy levels through the roof. in the mornings. And honestly, like, it's just one of those things. It's like I've already conquered one thing, and I'm almost in a competition with myself right now. So the life things that have changed is like I have way more energy during the day. Now that I've like tapered in my diet a bit, like I don't feel exhausted after lunchtime, which is great. And then I can be more present when I am with my family, with my niece was the biggest thing, Freddie. I think early on, like I sent you so many texts during like my process. It's like, dude, I'm not getting tired, and she is literally asking me to throw her in the air for 2 hours, and this feels awesome that I'm not exhausted and that I can do it. Yeah. So I think little things like that, and then just it's weird. Dylan, I don't know if you're the same because I feel like you and me post on social media more. But even when I started doing that and dabbling in that, like I'm not on Instagram as often. Like I post my stuff, I'll go through like the people I like, I'll like it, I'll get ideas, and then I'm off. So like I'm not doom scrolling near as much anymore. And it's really been a huge change, like just mentally. Like mentally I feel fresher and always like sharp.
Yeah, I definitely don't. I was never like a huge doom scroller, but I feel like I'm at least more efficient with what I'm doing. Like I go in with a mission because I still scroll for like 15, 20 minutes, but I know it's literally just to engage to boost my own content. It's very selfish.
Yeah, my guy in April, right? That's the number that you sent me yesterday.
Yeah.
In April, my guy had over 5 million views.
Yeah.
On his Instagram. He's over
nice, dude.
He's over 5,000 followers now, and things are really starting to click on like what his audience likes to see from him, and it's freaking awesome. Like his Instagram, I think, has more views than we had all of last year.
Yeah. My Instagram probably has more views this month than I had all of last year.
Yeah. It's insane. But
that's awesome.
But
I'm gonna hit you up on a side note and see what you're doing, because I'm still trying to figure out, like, it's weird. I'm running a lot, and that's like the majority of my content because I see that that's a lot of like what I'm taking in. But my lifting ones get the most likes and the most views. It's weird.
Some of them that pop off are seemingly not controversial, but they've become very controversial. And there's a lot of, I haven't like fully posted. It's in my trial folder. And this one has 3.5 million views because people are in the comments going at it right now. All because it was one, I just took a concept that I actually sent you guys, and it was like more men need to be told that they're fucking doing a good job or something. Like send this to somebody you're proud of. People are ripping men in the comments, dude.
That's true though. Like you think about it, like we're egotistical beings that are very selfish at times, right? Like we want to be the best, and like rarely do guys like give other guys like kudos. Like we all do. Like I have people, like all the guys in my circle do.
Yeah.
Right. But people from the outside looking in are, never like, oh, hey man, you're doing an awesome job. Like I see that. Like congrats on the kid. Congrats on the house. Congrats on getting married. Like it's if they don't have that stuff already.
Yeah.
So it's almost like a little bit of envy from a lot of that. And then, I mean, who's in your comments? Is it like just guys, or is it some girls getting involved and just being like
mainly chicks?
Yeah. I mean, we're in a time where like I feel like I don't know. Like I don't know why that's a bad thing. I can't wrap my head around why it's controversial.
When I make it public, you guys can go through and check it out.
Yeah, no,
I will check it out. I will comment positively on it. I promise. And I'll repost it.
I like, Mandy actually said it's bad for me. She's like, cause you like this shit. And so I'm just in there. I just start going in on them. It's been fun.
I'm excited to see it.
Oh my God. I am actually really excited to see that now.
Yeah, but those trial reels, that'll be a big thing for you to experiment with, because they go to all non-followers. So you'll be able to see what gains traction and what doesn't based off of people that don't already follow you. And then once that clip pops off, or once that reel pops off, then you can put it over to your main page if you want to, or you can let it keep riding and get the attention like Dylan's is doing. But those trial reels on Instagram are like a huge game changer right now, just to like figure out what your audience is and who it is.
Yeah, I need to figure out how to do that because I have no idea.
I got you.
Earlier you brought up that you used to roll out of bed right before work, and now like you're getting up running 5 miles. Do you have, because these are extremely important to me, Dylan is finally, I think, come over the bridge and join this side, but do you have a morning routine before you go into the office or hit the road, since you're managing a team of people and have more obligations than just running a sales territory?
Yeah, so I typically, whenever I wake up, I set my alarm for 4:30. So it'll just depend. With Styles, it's been different because sometimes he may wake up at 4, he may wake up at 3. My cutoff time with him is if he wakes up at 2:30, like 2:45, 3 o'clock, I don't go back to bed because I won't wake up until right before work. So you guys may have seen texts from me, or like I share an Instagram post at like 3 in the morning. It's because I've just fed him. He's down. I'll get my coffee, I'll watch TV, and then I'll hit my workout. But my like routine, like my constants are always wake up, brush my teeth, pee, the usual. And then I take all the supplements I need for the morning. So I do like a D-bloat supplement, I do my creatine and electrolytes, and then I'll hit my workout.
Hell yeah.
And it depending if it's a lift or a run, will just depend on like what it is after. I try to get my workout started between 5 and 5:15 because it means I have time to make myself breakfast when I get back.
This is the type of morning routine I like because it doesn't feel as structured. It feels like a normal morning. I think this is why I get defensive about morning routines.
Let's go. Give it to me.
It's because I don't do like 10 steps, dude. Like I get up, I brush my teeth, I piss. Sometimes I journal before I work out. Sometimes I don't. And then I work out. But like I don't have like a fucking 12-step routine of these things have to happen. Sometimes shit doesn't happen. Yeah. The only one that guaranteed happens is I brush my teeth.
And take a piss.
Sometimes I don't, dude.
That's wild.
Sometimes I already pissed the bed.
That is wild.
That is crazy.
You need to get that checked.
You guys should see the amount of times I wake up to pee at night, though.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm up like 2 to 3 times to pee at night.
Every night?
Yeah, dude, that's what happens when you're hydrated.
No, bro. Fuck. I would be pissed. I rarely ever wake up to take a piss in the middle of the night.
And when he does, he sits down.
Yes, I do. Do you sit down and pee at night, or do you stand up?
No.
No, what?
It's gay, dude.
Well, I guess I'm gay.
You better fucking clip that.
Leaving that one for the archives.
Yeah.
So do you find it easier to wake up and get those things done? Or because I have this debate a lot with people about like working out or like being like getting your shit done in the morning versus getting it done in the evening. Were you once an evening person for those things when you were doing it?
Yeah, so I think right when I started working with you guys, I was all evenings, and I mean, dude, it's tough because like I have an hour to hour and a half commute, sometimes 2 hours home, depending on Atlanta traffic or an accident. Like it sucks. So I'd get home at 6:30, right? Go for a workout. By the time I'm done, it's like call it 7:30. I've got to make dinner. I'm having dinner at 8, and then it's like there's no time to do anything. And when we found out we were pregnant, I think it was like probably like September. Like we found out in April, but like September when we were getting closer to the due date, I was like, I have to start doing things in the morning because I want to be used to being up early because I know a baby's gonna have me up early. 2, I want to make sure that I have time in the afternoon when I get back from work to spend time with my kid. So that was like the big change. So I got all of those habits in like September through December before he was born. That way it was easy once he was here.
Yeah. What's fatherhood taught you?
Ooh, patience. Like I'd say I am not a patient person. My wife will agree with me. When we got a dog, I thought she was going to kill me and just keep the dog and run away and leave me. But it's a different kind of patience. And I never knew it's a different type of love. Right? Like we always talk about like, hey, like my wife's always first, kids second. Like that's like how we both think, but like it's a different kind of love. Like it's insane. Like I would literally, if I found out like a kid at daycare bit him, I'd probably go drop kick the kid out of the window because like or I just go find the dad and drop kick him through a window. It's a weird. I can't explain it. Like I can't explain it to like you guys haven't experienced it yet, but like once you experience it, you'll know. It's a different kind of love, and it's really like patience and really enjoying the little things. That's something I used to struggle with is like being thankful for like the little things, but he like when he started laughing, when he started giggling, started smiling, now he's rolling over, him kicking the fidget spinner in the bath, him now kicking the fidget spinner at 3 times the speed he was a week ago. Like little things like that I appreciate so much more. And not just with him, but like in life. Like I just appreciate the little things. Even as little as Reagan bought a mirror for his travel stroller, and it wasn't a stroller mirror, it was a bike mirror. And I was like, babe, that's genius. Like in the past, I probably wouldn't have said that. And I was just like, babe, that is genius. Like that is the perfect size for the stroller. And like, how did you think of that? She was, I just, was researching and I just like looked at it and it was like, this would work. And I was like, that's awesome. Like, what would I do without you? So like appreciating little things in my life has gone is through the roof now. Like anytime, even at work now, when my reps do like the slightest thing, like I've always given them recognition, but now I feel like it's tenfold.
Yeah.
Like, it's like anytime they do anything good, it's like, hey, like great job. Like let's build on it. Great job. Let's build on it. So that's probably the biggest change and what it's taught me.
Yeah, that's awesome. I have a buddy at work. He just had a kid as well. And he's like, dude, I wish I could explain to you the feeling of fatherhood. He's like, even going through this, like with a wife, the connection that you get, like you already think your connection's deep with your wife. And then you have a kid and it just like elevates it so much more. And he's like, don't get me wrong. He's like, there are challenges in it. There's ups and downs. He was like, but the ups trump the downs. And he was like, it's just so special. He's like, I can't wait for you guys to go through that and feel this feeling, which Dylan might be experiencing sooner than we think.
The way that you said that makes it seem like she's currently pregnant. She's not. She did just start taking prenatals though, dude. We're on the home stretch. 3 weeks, dude, letting it fly.
Yeah, if I can give you one piece of advice, don't put any pressure on a timeline.
Oh,
just
we're not.
let it happen.
Yeah, I'm like,
yeah.
I'm cool with it whenever. So as soon as the honeymoon hits, we're just honestly maybe not wedding night because like realistically, by the time I get home, I'm trying to sleep. I don't know if I'm allowed to say this on there. I'm trying to bake in time in my day of wedding timeline to get one out, dude. I keep going like, we got 10 minutes right here. I only need 2.
You probably don't even need that, dude.
The minute and a half is just to get my suit back together.
That is so funny, man.
Yeah, I don't hate that. I don't hate that. Create memories and moments, baby.
The DTI way.
Efficient.
Yeah. Going back to a big accomplishment that you had outside of fatherhood, outside of career and stuff like that, crossing the finish line at your first half marathon, I believe, correct?
Yep. First half marathon.
Talk us through the beginning steps. Don't go to the finish line yet, but like when you decided to like sign up for it, I know you said that you had FOMO of people doing things around you, kind of getting influenced by that. You and I had went on a run when we were at the fantasy draft with Mr. Melton. But what was that transition or turning point of the why? Like, why did you sign up for that race?
So that was crazy. I'm thinking back to that draft. Like, do you remember our pace?
Yeah. It was like close to 10 minutes, right?
It was 10. It was like 10 on the nose. And you and Matt are okay, and I'm dying. Like, I was literally dying. And I think it was one of those things where I had been saying, like, every year with my boss at work, it's like, what's your personal goal? Run a half marathon. Run a half marathon. And I've said that for 3 years. And I was like, you know what? Let's buck up and sign up for one. And so I was like, all right, I'll sign up for the Atlanta one that's in March. Perfect timing. And then I was like, oh, crap, kid's being born in December. So it was really, I'd never run on, like, a structured plan. So I downloaded Runna. Obviously connected with you guys on like to making sure that that was efficient and like how my body felt throughout it. I did a 5K in November, and then the half marathon training really took off December, January, February. And dude, it was it was an interesting experience. It was amazing. Like you've always told me that like, hey, just be patient. Zone 2, like build your aerobic endurance, like be patient, be patient. And I was the least patient at the beginning during the 5K plan. But when I started just really working on like what the runs were asking for, heart rate, all that, I started enjoying it like probably way too much to where I upped my training runs from 3 days a week to 4 days a week because I was like, this is sick. I feel super accomplished. And I mean, every run past 6 miles was my longest run ever. So that was probably the coolest feeling. Like every week that it was going up, like I was hitting a mileage PR.
Hell yeah.
And then when I ran the race, that was a blast. I know I was texting you guys the morning of. I was like, dude, my ankle feels weird. My calf feels weird. Like my mind's playing tricks on me here. As soon as that start gun hit, I was like, all right, we're good. We're flying. And I felt really good about my time. I wish I was in a closer wave so mile 1 didn't completely kill me. Mile 1, I was like a 10-minute mile, and then everything after that was on the money as far as what I thought I was going to hit pace-wise. So it was a lot of fun. I learned a lot about myself and that I could really just do what I say I'm going to do, like what I put my mind to. And the discipline aspect of it was nuts. And then also listening to my body. Like I've always been a very proud individual where I would run through injuries. But if I felt something nagging me, like I would just move the run a day, a day in advance, whatever it may be, maybe hit less mileage that day. But yeah, it was an experience, and now I'm battling an internal battle of a full. I'm like, do I do it? When do I do it? Which one do I do? So currently fighting that internal battle to get myself on Dylan's level. We'll never, by the way, I'm just going to put this out there. I'm never going to do an ultra. And we know how this goes, Freddie. I told you when I signed up on DTI, I'm not doing a race. So but I don't think I'll do an ultra, but I think 26.2 will be the most I go.
I know a good pace crew, so if you do want to do one, we can all come together.
Yeah, that'll be the easiest pace day of your lives, boys. If it's an ultra, we will be most likely strolling most of it.
I said I would never do an ultra.
I said I would never do a full or a half marathon. And
yeah, I'm trying to get, my brother-in-law is trying to convince me to do a 70.3.
Now that I will never do. I'm not buying a bike at this point.
I feel like I would drown.
Yeah, I agree. I'm not.
I told my wife I wanted to do it. She goes, you need to get training. I don't want to lose you. I go, what do you mean? She goes, you might drown before you get to the bike.
Nomis reminds me of like a corgi in water.
Of a what?
That's honestly fucked up, dude.
A corgi. One of them dogs. They just kind of like sink when they get in the water.
With short little arms just trying to swim.
No, you brought up your wife when you signed up for that half marathon and you guys just had a baby and you knew one was on the way when you were thinking about it. I remember we had a conversation and you were like, I just don't know if I can sign up for it because we're going to have a kid and I don't know if Reagan's going to want me like training during it. How did you manage to balance that and pull that off?
So we had a conversation about it, but it was super easy during paternity leave. So during pat leave, which was December 17th through January 15th, that's when I didn't do my morning runs because I had the morning shift with him. So she would wake up through the night, feed him. She would sleep till like 11 and I would have the kid with me. But any long run that I had, I usually called her mom or my mom to come over to the house and just help her out if I knew I was going to be out of the house for like an hour and a half, 2 hours. So we just ended up working it out. I was like, hey, like I have to go on a long run tomorrow. Can you come help Reagan? And I would usually move those to Sunday, making sure both parents were available. And she was cool with that. The worst part about that was I couldn't nap when I got home because I got home after like a 12-mile run and it was straight into watching Styles. So that part was tough, but I mean, again, you're riding that runner's high. And after my half marathon, I couldn't even nap. I tried to nap in the car on the way home, and I just couldn't sleep. I was so wired. I know some people can fall asleep right after, but it just couldn't work for me. But yeah, that's really all we did. Like, it's just a communication thing. And again, like I've become a better communicator. Like we have spats, but we really don't fight. So when it comes to stuff like that, and she's like, hey, like I can't have you working out in the afternoon. I'm like, that's fine. I'll just wake up at 4:30 and do it. whenever like those days were, whenever we did run into that issue. But it was just a communication thing. She was a rock star throughout it all. She saw me at 2 stops. You guys saw in the video that I posted. I saw them at about mile 6. And then I saw them again at the finish line. So it was a lot of fun.
Hell yeah. Yeah, communication is vitally important. I know Dylan had those conversations with Mandy, and she pushed him supposedly to sign up for the 100-miler.
She did.
But I also had those with Lo when I was training for the 70.3. And so it really is just a balance of life. But that's the thing about all of this, dude, is that like we probably know more people in all of our lives that don't focus on their physical health than do focus on their physical health. Because everybody is like, oh, I'm too busy. I have kids. I have work. We have travel, this and that. There's always a way to fit it into your lifestyle. But that's the thing is I don't think majority of people are willing to be disciplined enough to wake up early and get the things done, or like figure out those different times in day where they have those 10 to 15 minutes. Like I tell you, you hit me up and it's like, hey, I've had a long day. I can't get a full workout in. Go and get 10, 15 minutes. And it's like, all right, bet. You go and do that. You feel a lot better, get rejuvenated. But that's the thing with all of this, and that's what we preach all the time, is just like start small and build. And when you're building, that doesn't mean like if you can't do something, you just completely derail it and don't do it for a week, because you don't do it one day and then it stems to the next and the next and the next. It's just figuring out ways to be able to adapt your lifestyle to fit those things in it that are important to you. And so that's why, like when you brought up when you first started, I was like, walk 5,000 steps and get 2 workouts in. It's not because I didn't think you could do more. But what I didn't want is the old Nomis to come back a month later and be like, oh man, like, yeah, I stopped going because, you know, life got busy. It's like, no, let's do this gradually. Let's build up to it. And you wholeheartedly took on the things that Dylan and I were telling you. And we're like, all right, cool. And you bought into the concept. You bought into the ideas, even though in your head, you're like, what the hell? Like, why am I not going 5 days a week like somebody has told me to before? Why am I not doing this like I've done before? And that's because we want this to be a lifelong thing, dude. And like I tell you all the time, like it's bigger than you at this point. Like, yeah, you're doing it for yourself so you feel good mentally and physically. But like, dude, you're doing it for Styles. You're doing it for Reagan. You're doing it for your parents, your friends, your people that report to you at work. Like there's so many more things that are bigger in life. And you're the nucleus of some of those things that hold it together, or you have a lot of responsibilities around it. And so if you go from 0 to 100, we probably wouldn't be having this conversation right now. If I programmed 5 days a week and told you to get 10,000 steps and told you to eat this way, like we probably wouldn't be sitting here having this conversation of you crossing the finish line, showing up every single day for Reagan and Styles by working out in the mornings and getting that done so you can be there in the evening time. And that's just what's so important about this journey of life, is just figuring out things, your foundation of what's important to you, and then building on that step by step. So that way it lasts over a lifetime and not just a quick stint of, here's a month, okay, down a month. Now 2 months, down another month. And so you're constantly like, you're riding the wave now, as I like to say, versus the waves riding you in life.
Yeah. And I think you remember, Freddie, we had a conversation like when it really changed was that Disney trip I went on with my sister, brother-in-law, nieces. And when I was up every morning at like 5:30, getting no lift in before we went to the parks, that was like, that changed it really for me. Like it was like, oh, you can do this. Like no matter how tired you were from the travel day before or the walking around 40,000 steps in Disney parks, like, hey, like you have a workout on the schedule, like you have to go get it done. And you, so it was one of those that really showed me. And I think that's really when I started propelling into like the 5 to 7 days a week, and making sure that like every single day I was doing something.
Yeah. And you probably felt better that day going to the gym than you would have if you didn't go to the gym or didn't focus on those things on that trip.
100%. I probably would have rolled out of bed. Like they were like, hey, we're leaving at 8. I would have been out of bed at 7:45, drank my coffee and been out the door. So.
Yep. I've always regretted a workout that I've not done, but I've never regretted a workout that I've done.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I have regretted a run I've done before, though. Trying to run through an injury or some stupid, like, didn't sleep slept 2 hours, and I'm like, I'm going to go run. And regretted that, but
those are
never anything else.
And that calf's been a lot better, boy. So we know that we're strengthening that area of your body, too.
Yeah, the string cheese calves are staying alive. Played a soccer game and I left and I was like, oh my God, I don't even feel it. This is awesome. But yeah, that's the calf injuries were not fun. I thought you guys were going to give up on me when like the first 3 weeks, it was like 4 calf injuries. And Dylan was probably like, who the hell is this kid?
Truly, I don't even remember that you got injured. I have people who make up so many excuses of
injuries were happening before the half.
Gone, dude. I already forgot.
Yep. It's because his tenacity to show up has outweighed the minor setbacks that have been along this journey.
Dude, and I discovered the KT tape actually works.
Yeah.
So that helped a lot. Like I wore it on my half just because I felt like my calf like weird, like my mind was playing tricks on me. But I was like, you know what? Like I'm just gonna go ahead and strap up, and it got through it. So
the taper gives you like fake injuries. Like it makes you think that you're injured. I will always tape up. I'll take meds. I'm like, I know I'm not injured, but my fucking head thinks that I am.
Yeah. that couldn't be more true. Like I probably could run, but these stitches are
don't do it.
I'm like nervous they're gonna bust. I told you guys what happened, right?
Vaguely.
That I almost passed out on the table?
No.
Dude. So, I mean, dude, it's a regular mole removal, okay? The nurse injects me with like local anesthesia, whatever. PA comes in, slice, and I go, ow. She goes, you felt that. I'm like, yes. She goes, like, you felt sharp? I go, yes. I felt a blade go across my skin. She was like, looks at the nurse, starts yelling at her, like, how much anesthesia did you give him? And she was like, only 2 syringes. She goes, give me 2 more. So she gets 2 more syringes, pops me in, cuts out the mole, whatever. She's like, I'm going to clean your skin up before I stitch you up. I go, great. I don't feel anything. All of a sudden she's going. And then she goes like low and is like scraping. And dude, it felt like she took that scalpel and just went like down my whole body. Bro, I turned white, sweat beads everywhere. I'm yelling, ow, 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 ow. They needed to bring me apple juice because I was about to pass out on the table.
Do you think you actually felt it or you just saw it happening so your brain
No, I wasn't looking. I can't look.
Okay.
I can look when I'm getting a tattoo, but when I'm getting a shot or anything like that, can't do it. So I was looking over to the side and I just felt it go straight down like my rib cage. It was awful.
God. Dude, that's a big freaking scar for one mole.
Yeah, dude, I know.
Y'all and your
the last
ginger
one wasn't that
problems,
big.
dude.
The last one was on my ass. I don't know. I was like, how is there a skin cancerous mole on my ass? It didn't make any sense. And I had to get that one taken out the day after my bachelor party, so that was a lot of fun.
Oh, damn. Speaking of bachelor parties.
Wouldn't have felt it anyways. But yeah, the pass out story got made fun of by Reagan. She told my whole family within like 30 seconds. Like, oh, he almost passed out.
As she should.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, what's the story with our High Rocks?
Tickets still aren't on sale. I've been checking regularly.
You guys are the only people I would have said an immediate yes to, by the way.
I loved how fast you responded.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, this is our fucking guy. He's locked, baby.
It's like, let's do it. Straight hybrid over here. Let's go.
We got a lot of people. I think we're gonna have a squad.
Yeah,
that'd be fun. My buddy's pumped too. That's running it with me.
For the I don't think we brought it up on here. I think we mentioned High Rocks, but we're going to be doing the Nashville High Rocks in December of this year. So if there's any listeners that want to join, I would say we're probably at like 12 plus.
At least.
Yeah. So,
we got to buy tickets immediately, though. I've heard that they sell fast.
Yeah.
That's why I've been
Can you
watching.
buy them for multiple people?
I don't know. Probably.
Because I'm thinking, like, if one of us gets in earlier, like, we just buy the tickets and shoot the Venmos over.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we'll just know, like, ahead of time how many we need for, like, each heat.
Yeah.
I think Mandy's running it alone now.
Really?
I think Brian found someone, so she's going to run solo.
If you care about putting in work, whether it is crushing workouts, staying sharp during long days, or just doing right by your body, First Form gets it. First Form isn't about the hype. They build on quality, stand by service, and measure everything by real-world results. Their lineup covers it all. Top-tier protein powders, clean pre-workouts, vitamins, green support, and energy drinks. Even apparel for lifestyle. My go-to, their flagship protein, and their clean energy drink. Perfect for after a tough session or to get dialed in for a long day. The energy drink drops 200 milligrams of natural caffeine from green tea, has 0 sugar, electrolytes, and nootropics for focus, all without the crash of traditional energy drinks. So if you're done settling for mediocre supplements, if you want stuff that's built on intention, integrity, and performance in mind, check out First Form. Head over to firstform.com/DTI to browse their full stack and see what fits your goals. All right, let's get back to the show.
If you care about staying sharp, energized, and ready to perform, Ketone IQ might be for you. Ketone IQ delivers clean, stable energy without a crash. Unlike caffeine-heavy picks, Ketone IQ uses exogenous ketones that raise your levels, giving your body and brain a different kind of fuel. What that means for you is sharper focus on early morning runs, better mental clarity when you're working or grinding through long days, and sustained energy without the jitters or sugar crash. If you want to try it out, head over to KetoneIQ.com and use code Dylan30 at checkout. You'll get 30% off your order. Back to the show.
I don't hate it.
So she's just going to be a badass while we're over here in doubles curtsying around.
Yeah. Pretty much.
I don't know if I want to do it anymore, bro. I don't know if I want your wife showing us up doing a single.
Are you going to rock it shirtless or are you going to wear a shirt?
Brother, I plan on being shredded by July, so I am going shirtless.
Hell yeah. We're going to get, you know how they like put the like brand logos, they tattoo them on their like chest or whatever? Have you seen that?
Yeah, I saw that on, who is it, Josh Ward's stuff.
Yep. We're going to do that with our DTI logo, so you got to make sure that you're fucking shredded and tarps are off for the boys at High Rocks.
Hey, I'm going. Is the race, please tell me the race is on a Saturday.
We don't know. It could be Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, right?
I think that doubles is usually Saturday, though. But I'm pretty sure it's Saturday because I'm trying to go out afterwards.
That's what I was getting
Honestly,
at.
Friday's
like,
even better, dude.
Yeah, let's have it be Friday.
Friday.
Yeah, do Friday and just 2 nights in Nashville. God.
I think we're going to have to probably go multiple days if we have people across different heats. But all I really care about is when is our heats, you know? Because I'll be drunk watching.
It's not like
them.
it's a long race, you know?
Nah,
like
you got an
if
hour.
you're watching someone's heat, it's not like you have to be there for 3 hours. You just show up, watch them race, and then move on.
Yeah.
Right? And then 2-hour commitment at most. 2.5 hour.
Yep.
Yeah. No, I'm excited for it. I think it'll be a lot of fun. And again, it's in Nashville, so we'll have fun. I think hopefully Reagan will be able to come as well because I know that
We've already talked about that because
yeah.
I'm running it with her best friend. So and her and his wife and her are really close. So we're gonna try to get some babysitters.
yes.
Clutch.
Yeah.
It's the week after Styles' birthday, right? It's like the 20th.
Yeah.
Or something.
Is it that close to Christmas?
Yes.
Or before.
It might be before.
Yeah, because Styles' birthday is the 18th.
Yeah, I think it's like the
So
12th weekend or something.
As long as it's before his birthday, we're good.
Yeah. Nah, it's going to be a solid time. I'm freaking looking forward to that for sure. And that's the thing, dude. You know, we preach health and wellness. We preach the mental and physical side of things, but we also preach to have fucking fun when you do it. And so, like, yeah, we're going to fucking go out, honky tonks, country singing, the whole 9 when we're in Nashville. But again, it's all about balance, baby.
Dude, it's so funny how Dylan and I are similar though, because we both repost and like the ones like why I train, and then it's a guy just like guzzling 2 32-ounce beers. I'm like, yes, that's me, 100%. I do that so I can do that and not get fat.
Yeah, dude. That's why I'm here.
Have you noticed how you can have that balance in life, approaching the things that approaching this lifestyle the way that you've been approaching it?
Yeah, absolutely. And honestly, like at this point, it's second nature. Like at first, I'd have to be like mindful of it, but like at this point, it's really second nature. Like I heard you guys talk on it was either the last pod or 2 pods ago. It's like 2 beers, and you're like the third beer like hurt. Dylan, before your bachelor party when you went out, and
oh no, I'm back.
It's just being mindful of it. Like I went on that bachelor party in Scottsdale, and dude, I was like. Never at any point did I stop drinking, but it was like the way I was pacing myself and like the water, and I was actually eating all right. So I was fine every morning, to be honest.
Hell yeah.
But it's just second nature making certain decisions. Like I don't really drink during the weekdays anymore unless I'm at like a work event, which is rare these days. We have like a dinner this week, but it doesn't happen every week like it used to. So I really like during the week, I'm not cracking any beers open. And on the weekend, like if someone's like, "Hey, do you want to have one?" I'm like, sometimes even I'm just like, "Nah, I'm good."
I'd have 10 though.
That's how I feel.
Yeah, but if you wanted to go out, I'll go out.
Yeah, like what is the point of one? What am I doing with that?
One is never just one. We all know that.
That's just empty calories, dude. If I'm not having 5, I'm not having any.
That's fair. That's fair. Freddie, you haven't met him yet, but Luke, my Dylan, he's my brother.
706, baby.
706. Shout out 706. But he loves Tropicalia, which is ironically brewed in the zip code 706. But that's the only beer he drinks. So this man will go through 7 Trops and then the next morning be fresh as a daisy at 6 a.m. Be like, "You guys want to go on a 6-mile really fast run at a 7-minute pace?" I'm like, "No, crazy. We're not going to do that."
Is that how he talks? And does he do the little head nod like that?
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely. You know what annoys me about him? When he was doing his Ironman, he was really trying to convince me to get into endurance sports, and I was like, "No, dude, like I'm not stupid. I'm not doing that. That's dumb. Like, why would I do it?" And he was like, "No, you do this. You get the watch. You get the plan. You do all this. Blah blah blah." I'm like, "Okay, fine." Like, I finally caved, and like when I started doing DTI, I was like, "You know what? Maybe Luke was right. Like, I'll get the Koros watch. I'll start doing this," and then I get into it. I'm starting to enjoy it. And now he's like, "I'm never doing endurance again. I just feel so much quicker on the soccer field. It's stupid. Don't do that." I'm like, "So now you're going to talk me out of doing what I want to do when you're the one that semi-talked me into it." Like, it drives me nuts. And the fact that he could probably go run a marathon with training for 4 weeks drives me crazy.
So his endurance journey is over right now?
At the moment, it is at a standstill. We were thinking about doing an Olympic triathlon in Clemson. And he was not going to train for it. He was just going to go do it. And then he was thinking about doing the half Ironman in Augusta in September. And I was like, "I'm not ready for that yet, so I'm not doing it." But he was like, "I was going to do it in like semi-train." I was like, "See, I would have to like train to do that. I can't just go wing it."
Yeah. Nah, I wouldn't want to wing it either.
No.
No, I mean, I swim in the Ironman in Chattanooga this past year. He thought he was going to finish in like an hour and 15 minutes, and he finished in like 58 minutes.
Jesus.
That's insane.
Like, what on earth?
Yeah, that's crazy.
He swam like 4 times in his training block.
Couldn't be me. I'm like a dog in the water, just fucking paddling.
Yeah, but you were getting after it. When you were training, you were in that pool a lot.
At the end, I was. In the beginning, I was so intimidated by the pool, dude. If I would have gotten a full training block of swim, I think I really would have nailed it. But being that I only picked up swimming like the last 2 months probably of training, I was definitely terrified.
Thank God you didn't have to swim.
Big man was looking out.
What's y'all's next step, man? Y'all are growing. I listen to y'all every week.
Appreciate that.
I know I'm a client, but I listen because I like the stuff on your podcast. Where's DTI going?
So as you can see on the table from a product standpoint, the journals are in. We got those. We got approved today as we're speaking right now. So like a week from when people will be listening to this, to actually be a brand on Amazon and be able to sell products on there. So we've been waiting for that to come through because we've had the journals for about 2 weeks, but then we were gone on the bachelor party and I was traveling for work. But in that meantime, we had to get approved on Amazon. So we got that. I think that's going to be big, dude, because every single journal is going to come with a free month of habit-based coaching, the training that we do. And I think that when people see that, hopefully they buy into the physical side. Like the journals, obviously, for the mental side, get the thoughts off your head, get them down. And those every year it compounds on each other. And so when you get to years 3, 4, and 5, it's crazy to see where life was versus where it is now. And it really just level sets your mindset of damn, I thought life was stressful now, but look at what I was going through 2 years ago. And so I'm really excited to get these in people's hands. The quality of them is amazing. I love the way that they turned out. And so again, with pairing a free month of habit-based coaching, hopefully we get a new audience that we can bring in and really start building and growing this. But then outside of that, Dylan can speak to what he's working on. And then holistically, it's just figuring out again, how do we just touch more lives? How do we let more people know? It's getting people on the podcast like you, who has one, been integrated into DTI and sees the way we do it, but also the people that are out there doing it themselves. Like, for instance, Luke's got a story that he needs to share, that he needs to tell. I'm not saying we would get him on, but every person that's doing things like we're doing right now, how do we get those people on here to hear their story, connect with their audience, theirs connects with ours, and then we really just take the common everyday person, let their voice be heard, and then we go out there and keep conquering and growing this thing.
Yeah. Apparel's also in the works, but that's probably like a lengthier process. The journals took a while.
Hit me up on the apparel. I will trial everything that you want to trial.
Yeah. I just found like a local guy, so we're going to like actually go in and like feel materials, figure out like fits and stuff like that, but it's going to be probably like a 4-month process of figuring out what exactly we want.
Okay.
Because we don't want it to just be merch. We want to, and I know you've heard on the podcast, but we want it to be like quality shit that people will rock, like they do Lululemon, Gymshark, like whatever those brands are. So we want to make sure, just like the journals, like we could have easily sped this process up and got something probably in a month, but we were like, nope, let's get samples. Let's really build it out. Let's design it. And so everything we do, like moving forward, we just want it to be like to the best that it can be, instead of just doing things to do things like we've done in the past. But that taught us lessons to get us where we are here. And these lessons are going to teach us where we're going next. And so it's just all a part of the process. We're learning and have been learning for the last 4 or 5 years. So again, it's just making awareness and stuff like that. And even from a social media side, like what Dylan's doing on his page, like, dude, the traction is crazy right now. And if he stays consistent and keeps hammering at his audience that he's building, I think that will stem for him getting into contact and communication with other people and different realms, and then connecting with people at races and all that type of stuff. So it's just getting ourselves out there and letting the brand be shown.
I actually got to go to Walmart today for a brand deal.
Okay.
I didn't tell you that. I'll tell you off air.
Okay. Let's go.
Hey, more discount codes. Y'all need to start getting into product. So, I mean, hey, I love Pro Mix and Transparent Labs, but I'll drop them if DTI's got a lot.
Hell yeah. That's love. What's next for you? We are. Go ahead.
Say that again.
What were you gonna say? Anything to what?
No, I was saying friends should support friends. So I would always buy y'all's shit before anybody else's.
Respect. I was going to say 54 minutes into the pod. What's next for you? Where's life at? Where's the mindset at? What do you want to go after? Manifest a little bit.
For the year, my fiscal year ends in June. So trying to close out strong, and really, like, it's been a tough year. Had some turnover, this, that, and the other, but I've got the people I want now. So really trying to get them to their goals on a professional side. Like, just want my 8 that I have, or my 7 that I have now, to get to their goals for year end. And really get excited about going into the next fiscal, which starts in July. And then personally, really just continuing and like staying consistent. But I do have a 10K coming up. It's a Peachtree Road Race. It's I think it's the largest 10K in the world.
Damn.
Google it. Don't quote me, but I'm almost positive. It's a ton of people. And I ran it in an hour and 6 or 7 minutes last year. And my goal is sub 50 this year. So trying to fly through that on a physical side. And then obviously I'm going to do the High Rocks as long as we can get tickets for December. And then I want to run a half before then. So on the physical side, that's what I want to do. I've thrown feelers out to run for some charities next year, to 2027 for Chicago with some buddies. And then I'd love to do London.
Hell yeah.
In 28. So that's like the long-term goals. I don't think I'm going to qualify for them. I don't think I'm running sub 3 to qualify for these, but if I can find some charity that, I can raise some money and get there, that would be ideal.
Yeah.
Sub 255 now, so I feel you.
So, dude, no chance.
Yeah.
Not for me. You got a better shot.
Nah, I don't have it either. But after the wedding, I'm signing up for every overseas lottery, just hoping I get into one. And if I get into 2, I'm going to defer one.
So it's Berlin, London, Tokyo. What else is overseas?
Oh, shit. They just added one. I think Cape Town's one now. I don't even remember what you said.
London.
Oh, there's one in...
Tokyo.
There's Sydney now, too. Yeah.
Dude, I couldn't imagine doing Sydney just because of how your body would feel getting there.
I think that's actually the one I want to do the most.
That's a different animal just because of the flight.
Yeah.
How long's the
Like,
flight?
it's going to take you like 4 days to get adjusted.
Yeah, it'd be like a 2-week trip probably.
Yeah, you'd have to do that.
Yeah.
I mean, at least you'd make it worth it.
That's why I want to go. I got approval to do one big race that we make a trip a year. So it feels good to me.
Yeah. London's my like dream one just because it's on a Sunday. Start times are typically at like 10. So if you get a start wave at like 10 o'clock, finish in, my goal would be 4 hours or less. So finish by 2. I'd be straight to my hotel, change, and go to the nearest Premier League soccer game.
Yeah.
Don't hate that. Don't hate
That
that.
would be my absolute goal to do that. I talked to Reagan about it today. I was like, we're going to take Styles with us.
Oh, yeah.
And then I
Got
told her
to.
the marathon was part of it. And she goes, oh, man.
Oh, that's
So,
awesome.
and then life-wise, like just trying to stay present. Little guy's growing. He's not really growing. He's tiny, but like he's learning a lot every single day. So he's growing. His personality is growing and all that. So just staying completely present there, and making sure that, doing my part as a dad.
Yeah. Got to show up in that aspect. That's for sure.
Hey, man. And I'm excited to come up to Charlotte soon. Run with you boys.
Hell yeah. We got to make that
I got
happen.
jealous. Y'all ran with like 5 people the other day and recorded. I was like, shit, man, that's good footage. I wish I was there.
One day, whenever you want. We definitely got places
Dylan,
for
you
you to
gotta get
stay.
a drone, my guy.
I just got one.
Did you get that one that follows you like with Bluetooth?
Yeah.
Did you get the like really expensive one?
No. Cheapest one I could.
We have a raffle. We have a raffle at work, and they asked like what prizes we wanted, up to $1,000, and I put that drone on there.
It's pretty solid. It's pretty Asian, but it's pretty solid.
The quality is great on it. I was shocked when I saw him put the videos on his phone. I was like, no way.
Yeah, I need something like that because my arms are too short, guys. So like my selfie angle on those reels is awful.
You got a 0.5.
Well, I try, but then I gotta flip it around. Like my
Yeah, that's
mobility in my
true.
shoulders and my arms are short. I'm battling here to get any footage. Absolute T-Rex.
Well, let the people know where they can find you, follow you, watch your journey now that you're posting on social media, and then leave the people with either your biggest lesson that you've learned in life or your favorite quote or just something to fire them up.
All right, my favorite quote's on the wall next to me, but follow me. It's at the Tired Ginge. You can search my name. There'll be 2 accounts. If I don't know you, I probably won't accept you on my personal, so just follow the Tired Ginge. That's where most of my stuff goes. That's where I post on the most anyways. I don't post on my personal. But my favorite quote is actually a Wolf of Wall Street quote, and it's like the only thing standing between you and the goals you want to achieve is the bullshit story that you keep telling yourself you can't achieve it. And that rings home every time because the common denominator is always yourself. So win the battle with your inner bitch, with yourself, and just get after it, and like everything that you want will come to fruition.
Let's fucking go. I don't even need to close it out because we'll leave it at that. I fucking love it. Nomis, thank you for coming on the pod. I know that there is 10 more floors to your story, the journey that you've been on, the things you've been on in life, but I'm happy to see where you are right now and the things that you got going on. We appreciate you jumping on here, even though it's taken a while to get this together. But keep going after the goals, keep impacting people's lives, and keep showing up for your wife and son, man. It was a pleasure talking to you, and I'm sure we'll talk to you after this. But thank y'all for tuning in. Have the desire to inspire. Kiss yo mama, and have a great day. Follow the Tired Ginge. It's on.
Peace.